national team number please. Big side please. ちょっとコミッションとだから写真撮ってああナンバー60あいやいや
Okay, so you know what I say. Na yensa mo kwa be BM Emerald Sports Link Ghana so Blasters Camp latest updates dia na eto dwa e honom ye ba ne ba be di ehon komo Super Eagles of Nigeria playoff no e chase ene na Nigeria versus Gabon enye easy Pierre Aubameyang ebusia enye easy o ene against Victor Osimhen game no betimi abaso na between the two teams ebusia obia form no e wo soro pa obeke ya the last game Super Eagles of Nigeria boy na eno nam so ema omu gain sports ekoram playoff no it was against Benin and almost 4 solid goals which Victor Osimhen I think hat-trick or so. This game no be a cracker game and what qualifies now Super Eagles of Nigeria places second in their group and omodem the same thing and a Gabon so places second. These two teams ni no obia form no e was show a very solid pa enya sem keto akra. Now Super Eagles of Nigeria the last 6 games on my bar ebusia they are unbeaten. Super Eagles of Nigeria the last 6 games on my bono they are unbeaten. Na ebusia chese Gabon for so the same thing almost unbeaten over the last 7 games almost bar almost unbeaten honum omanya 6 wins and oma pick 1 draw honum it actually tells you say Gabon for no omonya adia omo emre na Nigeria for no abe di omo ho agro sebe omo ntena ho emma Nigeria for enfo mo ntohwe no emedi agro de biada the same thing na Nigeria for so no where the last 6 games omo ba omo pick 4 wins and omo 2 draws in any game no ebe cracker game papa but recent matches omo ball between the two teams I think say Nigeria stand tall and I say Nigeria upper hand kakra but the last time omo meet way back I think 2005 yes na World Cup qualifier 2005 and a payment checks omo meet enti ache pa enti anything can happen in this game let's keep supporting our brothers either Gabon either Nigeria yen support omo na bibia enti enkoye. Now Blasters number 1 goalkeeper Benjamin Kofi Asare wa touch down Asia wa join the Blasters team na NJ our camp NJ Abaisa say number 1 goalkeeper no timi erem honom. Now the question here say uyo otu adwa are you going to give Lawrence Atizigi the chance say ono so onamu bi uyo otu adwa obema Joseph Tete Anan ayehu say match after match or performing Edema St. Patrick's obama the chance na wadem Edema Ghana because we are friendly matches and away SIA matches are prepare Ghana ahead of the World Cup. Eti uyo otuadwa obeye day and I say you are going to still stick to your number 1 goalkeeper which is Benjamin Kofi Asare. Yankopon duma eda chana na game no 18 abaso and a reporter Eban say Benjamin Kofi Asare erem camp honum. And say when to me and started with training sessions I hold no obey allow no say onkwada go post in mu na at the expense of keepers amudi kan our camp no o matena bench na say uyo otuadwa wadwen che no fato comment session wo emame na bibibia ntimi yadai enkoye kama honom. Now ebuso ye ni nkomo all this side na on this same subject no coach Christopher Nimile edi nkomo enra na coach akasa edi afa Blasters yen left back Derek Atakon, Gideon Mensah, we didn't come at their form. Now we all know say as a Gideon Mensah to Mudeka crack on the side because competition be in the side. And now Derek Atakon Abano. Uye Otuadwa who set it up utimina obey any day. Abranten as he say Wababi Romuno on starty. And now say Gideon Mensah na and starty. Afe Kamadin Sulemana Ebebo wings for Edema Ghana. Obo wins one no ye bisa say can Kamadin Sulemana provide assist to anyone obebo number 9 no because Oche Kamadina is not a player week in, week out, match after match, Otimi provided goals and answer or ma assist Edman the teammate or club side. We don't see him doing that. And see, in this time Ghana players need to be a pulling out, Kamaldeen over the day. And who is even going to captain the team? Is it going to be Gideon Mensah, Allen Duseidu, or is going to be Kamaldeen? Why? And I prefer say, or yeah, captain for the team Ebeboa. Then again, why end Ebeboa number 9 row no? Coventry City, Brandon and St. Thomas, and as a why in up front or in better hall. Now we've seen glimpses of Abrante what he's doing Coventry, and this time Inaki Williams is not there. This time Jordan Ayew is not there. Are you going to play Brandon and St. Thomas and I say Prince and Ademetuo? These are the things that you raise questions on. And coach Christopher Nimley adding come at their home. Some of the submission, I think it's not a controversial kakra, which maybe I know say wow obeti not wow oberheno raise objections ninsem ne ho bi. But baby I want to adwene no obetimi ache wadwene hon baby I want to nya adwene so no the same thing obetimi ache wadwene hon na bibi etima ide akoye buso yenko na yenkoti coach Christopher Nimley ninsem a odi tudwa.
For the Coventry boy, I believe he doesn't need to prove anything to anybody because he's a breed we don't have. He's a breed, I believe, when our team assembled, if we really need a player to lead the line, I would get him to lead the line because he's a box striker. You see, if you watch him play at club level, he's not so much involved in the link-up play. The moment he comes out to link up the play, he's going straight into the box. We don't have anybody in the Black Stars. I repeat, Jordan doesn't do that. Semenyo does not do that. Inaki Williams does not do that. We need a box striker. Somebody who knows that for me, my movement it should be within that rectangular arena. My movement should make sure that 90% of the time I am there ready to pounce. So he's a breed. He reminds me of Anthony Yeboah. Yeboah during his playing day was not skillful, but he was a box striker. Occasionally he had the power to strike the ball from distance. But most of Anthony Yeboah's goal, he was heading the ball in the box, he was tapping them in, he was manhandling defenders in the box. And if you look at Brendan Asante, he looks like that. I mean, he's not tall, but he's very stout, very strong, very pacey, and somebody who can actually match up to the demands of being a striker. So for him, I have said that I've completely disagreed with Otuado giving him 10 minutes there, 5 minutes there, 8 minutes there in competitive games. I want to see him lead the line. We saw him in the Unity Cup. You remember? Against Nigeria. Look at the goal he scored. That goal that brought us back into the game. We had 4 touches from the goalkeeper to, I think, from Gideon Mensah to a midfielder, from a midfielder out wide. By the time the cross was whipped in, it was Brenda at the end of the move just going ahead of the defender and placing it. And I told myself that, look, this is what he does. And if I'm the coach of the team, I will get my team to feed on that. Semenyo, Jordan, Inaki, none of them. That's the sort of things he does. They are all unique within their right. Okay? So for him, put him in there. But my worry is that those guys he's going to be playing with today, those behind him, the midfielders, are they going to have control of the game to feed him properly? Because a striker is quickly termed to be useless when he's not touching the ball and putting the ball in the back of the net. There are times when we've seen Eli Hanan touch the ball only 9-10 times. But within the 9-10 times, he scores two goals because he's a box striker. So he may touch it outside of the box, but if he touches it twice or thrice in the box, in the form of an opportunity, he puts 2 or 3 away. So that is the sort of, and then it depends on the way the team will play. If you have Brandon Asante, if you look at Kamaldeen Suleiman, I know he will start the game because he's one of the people that the coach trusts. But how well is Kamaldeen assist statistics? He hardly assists. Even at Atlanta, if you want to hear about him, he's scoring the goals. He does not go back to the past 3-4 years. I don't think Kamaldeen has given close to 12 assists accumulatively. So if you've got players like Brenda Asante, you must feed them, feed the ball to them. But that is the way to bring the best out of them. Okay, look at the way Coventry City play under Lampard. 1, 2, 3 out, put it in, he's there. That's why he scored the number of goals he scored. For the others, They are very new to the team, apart from Semenyo. The ones you've mentioned who plays in US, they are very new to the team. And they are not going to be playing with established stars. So I'm a bit uncomfortable there. But let's hope that the Black Stars will take charge of the game and be able to create. Sibo and then Abu in midfield can show some form of presence, dominance, and put the ball forward to them and let them feed. Or else they will go in there and the only thing they'll be doing, their back will be facing the defenders, linking up the play. But when they turn, the quality will not be there to put the ball in front of them for them to go and punish. And for me, every footballing team that cannot get the ball in front of his or her forward players for them to punish, your level is actually substandard. So it's a bit difficult to say emphatically. That's why I want to watch this game. I heard it's 10 a.m. Ghana time.
Yes, 10 a.m. Ghana time on Friday. Yes, that's correct.
Wow.
Now, Coach, well, interestingly, on Kamaldeen Sulemana, in his last 4 seasons playing in the Premier League, playing for Atalanta, he's played close to 80 matches and has managed only 5 assists. That's 6 assists. That's quite worrying.
There you go.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Look, for a winger, that is a huge concern.
Yeah.
You've played it up to 80 games and you cannot put together even 7 assists in the past 3. That is worrying for a winger. So people like Brenda Asante, if they are playing with Kamaldeen, you can imagine.
Yeah.
You'll just be there completely toothless.
Now, Coach, let's talk about the defenders. There's an introduction of Derek Atakon, and there's a lot of talk about his quality and what he brings to the team. Many believe Atakon is going to be the solution to our left-back problems, possibly casting the mode of Hansedu Sape, a bit of Evra, a bit of Mendes, and a bit of Marcelo about him. That's what we hear about the player. But the other players in the team, Jerome Opoku, Jonas Ajete, Caleb Yuenchi, Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Salisu, Ebenezer Annan, Kojo Opompepra, and Alidu Seidu. What do you make of the back line? What kind of partnership would you want to see? What kind of pairings would you want to see at the back? And possibly come to the conclusion that, well, we have the men to actually protect that rear guard for us when we go to the tournament.
I think Otuado in the last few games did show that he preferred a back 3 or a back 5 with the 2 guys playing as wing back. That Atakon guy, I've watched clips of him. I'm yet to watch a full match of him. But from the little I have seen, look, if he can repeat that with the Black Stars, I think Gideon Mensah is in big trouble here. Because, look, Gideon Mensah, defensively, I think is one of the weakest link in our team. And then going forward, I think there's a bit more. If you look at Atakon, going forward, he does that with intent. He's a bit aggressive and he's got the physique to match up to the physical part of the game. So if he can bring whatever I have seen in clips into the Black Stars, because we have struggled as a national team with that left back position. No two ways about that. Even during the times Babarama came in, he was extremely good. It got to a time, the least said about him, the better. Gideon took over the mantle. He's not yet been convincing in my view. So if I'm the coach, I'll be looking at somebody who will convince me. So it's an opportunity for Atakon to grab. Yeah. Because the World Cup beckons. The World Cup is what is ahead of him. So if he can grab that, he goes forward. Who knows? We can only benefit as a country. Now, if you look at the back line, I have always said that I like Jerome a lot. I don't know, but I think for a left-footed player and how powerful he is in the air, his control of the run object is absolutely brilliant. He's a better passer of the ball than Chiku and Salisu and Co. He passes the ball better from the back. He drives forward with it better if there's no need. Because in the World Cup, these are the things that will be happening. People will look at our team and they will know that Partey cannot be allowed to dictate. So when they block the channel to Partey, we will need one of our defenders to step out with the ball and push it forward to go and do the passing. That Chiku cannot do. That Salisu cannot do. So I've always preferred Jerome, and I hope the national team coaches will look at this and assess the team along that line. Because what we cannot afford to do is to be doing a lot of 10 overs. We get beat, and we get beat very, very well. We don't want that at the Mondial. No. So I prefer Jerome. Look, Ali Lustedu. Okay, most people, for me, I don't rate him that much. I think he's overly concerned about the physicality of the game. And you are not that tall, you are not big, you are very stout. So I think the IQ should be the one doing the job more often than get involved in the physicality. And for him, because he wants to show everybody he's strong, he tends to lose focus, and we get punished most of the time when he's on the going forward. He's not one of the best wing back. He's got no attribute. I repeat, no attribute of a wing back. If you want to play him in the back three, then he should be on the right side of the back three, not as a wing back. Because going forward, he's zero. His crosses zero. His technical ability zero. He cannot dribble. Every wing back should have the technical ability to dribble past a full back of the opponent and be able to whip in good crosses for his attackers to plant. Do we see that in Ali Dusedu? No. So as a back three, I prefer him as one of the center. But even that, you see, look, that back three position. Let me take you back. When the Italians had the back three of Chiellini, Bonucci, I've forgotten the other guy. They were all good passers of the ball. If you are playing the back three and you cannot pass the ball properly as one of the center backs, then your team is going to do a lot of turnovers. That is why if you look at the Black Stars playing the back three, Jiku, anytime he goes forward, 90 out of 100, he gives the ball away. Salisu, 90 out of 100, he gives the ball away. And the new Ajete boy, anytime they go forward with the ball, they give it away. Yeah. At the World Cup, these are the things that the opponent will be identified. Okay, so block the channel to Thomas Partey, force them to pass the ball from their defenders. And we know that 90 out of 10, they will give it to us. The moment they do that, we are in big trouble. So if you are going to play a back three, look, I don't understand why Jerome cannot be in that back three. Because like I said, he's the better passer of the ball amongst all of them. So I will look at the team because these are the qualities and the attributes that you need from your back three, apart from they being able to defend very, very well on 1v1 situation. The added quality, uncompromisably, you cannot compromise on that, is the ability to pass the ball from the back. That is what Jerome will do. So yes, again, the leader of the back three is not there, which in my view is Chiku. Yeah. It is up to Salisu for him to lead by example and get the back line properly organized. Make sure there isn't too much gap between the midfield and the attackers. When the attackers go, as the back three, you need to push the midfielders and let them go forward. But it must be done smartly. When the person is not there, you need to hold the line and drop off a bit so that you are not caught. Because these Japanese and these Koreans, one thing about them, they are very, very quick. Yeah, nimble-footed. Interpositional passes, they are very good at that. So look, we will look at the team and we'll see what it. But like I said, look, I wish we had all our team there because we'll not be in the AFCON, minus Thomas Partey, and we would have assessed the team properly without Thomas Partey and see how well this team will operate. Coach,
finally, if you are Otuado, going into a game with 3 goalkeepers, 2 we have already seen, 1 we've only seen videos of. Joseph Anand, we've seen clips of, we've seen his passing range, we've seen his assists before the assist in games, his shot-stopping ability, we've only seen clips of it. We've not seen him do it for the national team. You have Benjamin ASARE, who's been in post, kept clean sheets against countries like Central African Republic, Madagascar and the likes. And then Atizigi, who we all know from his previous games for the Stars. If you are Otuado going into this Asia tour, which of your goalkeepers are you going to put in? Are you going to put in Benjamin ASARE, who many also believe hasn't been really tested, or you are going to give us a chance to see another goalkeeper like Hanan?
I think I will start with my number 1. I will start with Benjamin ASARE. Well, like you rightly said, until something change, I think he's the number 1 of the team. And what you don't want to do, you've seen Ati very convincingly over the past years. I have said that is my son, that is my boy. Most people don't know, but Ati is my boy. I unearthed him. He played for me. I held his hand and take him, and then I took him wherever he needed to go. But today he doesn't even call me. That is aside. But at the end of the day, he's the boy who thrives based on competition. I have said that since Benjamin ASARE took over the position, the day Ati gets the position again regularly, I don't think Benjamin ASARE will see the goalpost again, because Ati now will thrive because there's competition. Wolcott and those people, they didn't compete him. He became so comfortable. That has been his attribute. That has been his within his DNA since he was a kid. When I picked him up at the age of 8 years and started working with him, he's never thrived when there's no competition. But when he knows that there's somebody. You see, when Benjamin ASARE came, nobody thought Benjamin ASARE was going to take over from him.
Yeah.
So I believe he himself, he was caught unaware. But now it is clear, and everybody can see that ASARE has taken over the position. So in this game, if I'm the coach, I'll start with Benjamin ASARE, especially when I've got makeshift players that I don't trust. I need my goalkeeper who has proven to be a good organizer, a good leader at the back, and get them to speak to them well. And you see, normally too, as a coach, the department that you really don't want to tamper with most often is your defensive, and that begins from the goalkeeper. So I'll start. It's a 2-game thing. Let ASARE start if he's ready to start. Let him start. And then in the other game, I will go 45 minutes here. And in fact, I think you don't need any more invitation, but I will give him another opportunity, 45 minutes in the second game, and see how it goes. And then 60 minutes, 70 minutes, then I pull him out, then I think the other guy is the Kotoko goalkeeper, isn't it?
No. So he went with Annan, who plays for Patrick Athletic, St. Patrick's Athletic. Yeah.
Exactly. So then
the one who kicks very well.
Yes, I understand. So then I will give him 20 or 30 minutes to have a feel of it and see how he will get in there, and let's play to his strength and see how he manages the situation. But every team should have an established number one. Once he's there and he's available, I will start with him. Unless, let's see, we could find ourselves in a very comfortable situation, and then you pull him out, and then you see the rest. Because at the end of the day, every position in the team is supposed to be keenly contested for. Right. Nobody is home and dry. No position in the team is secure. I believe that even Thomas Partey, that I said is an untouchable, I believe as the player we cannot do it. The day he starts becoming complacent, I'll be the first person to tell you people we need to get him out of there. But until that, to me, he's the only untouchable in this team. Every other player should be fine. You can look at Antoine Semenyo. He's played 19 to 20 games for the Black Stars. I think he scored only 1 or 2 goals. Yeah. We need him to be scoring for the team. We need him to be scoring for the team. That must be made perfectly clear. And he should be sat down and say, look, young man, the form you showed there, you needed to show that form. But in making it clear, how well is the team playing? Is the system favoring him? Or is the system, because he's one of our best players. Yeah. And we need him to be on his form for the team to benefit. But 19 or 20 games, 1 or 2 goals, no, we cannot live with that going to the World Cup. That would be disastrous going to the World Cup if one of our established players are not is not scoring regularly, my brother.